This is how it looks if you eating in Java Edition. And this is how it looks in Bedrock Edition. This is what happens to a snow golem underwater in Bedrock. And this is what happens in Java. These are 40 differences between Java and Bedrock Edition you probably didn't know. Did you know that lighting in Java and Bedrock is actually different? Whether it's sea lanterns, jack-o'-lanterns, sea pickles, or glowstone, if you look closely, Bedrock produces fewer shadows and appears much brighter compared to Java. When you drop an anvil onto a slime block in Java Edition, the anvil takes damage, but in Bedrock Edition, dropping an anvil like that doesn't damage it at all. You can't apply a name tag to an armor stand in Java Edition, but in Bedrock Edition, you can even naming it dinner bone to flip it upside down. Combat works differently across versions. Java uses cooldowns you swing, then wait. Bedrock lets you spam hits non-stop. Fights feel faster, but less skill-based. Java's terrain blends more naturally. Biomes and caves feel handcrafted. Bedrock loads faster, but looks more artificial. Exploration feels smoother in Java. Bedrock connects players on mobile, console, and PC. Java stays PC only with no crossplay. If your friends play everywhere, Bedrock's your only option. Java Edition supports massive mods, shaders, and data packs. Bedrock Edition restricts you to marketplace content. Creative freedom lives in Java. Java Edition relies on light levels for mob spawning. Bedrock Edition includes biome rules and spawn limits. Mob farms need different logic on each version. Java Edition supports offhand for blocks, food, totems, everything. Bedrock Edition limits it to shields and arrows. Java makes the second hand actually useful. In Java Edition, you need a saddle to ride a horse, especially a skeleton horse. But in Bedrock Edition, you can ride a skeleton horse without a saddle. In Bedrock Edition, when you're holding a mob's favorite food, the mob will chase you aggressively, even if you're moving quickly. But in Java Edition, if you move too fast, the mob will eventually stop following you. Eating in Java Edition only shows particle effects on the food itself. But in Bedrock Edition, there's a full animation where your hand moves toward your mouth, giving Bedrock a more detailed and immersive eating animation compared to Java. In Java Edition, wearing a mob head allows you to camouflage yourself from that specific mob. But in Bedrock Edition, mob heads don't have this effect. You can't use them for camouflage. You might think the end portal looks the same in both Java and Bedrock, but there's actually a difference. If you use a spyglass, you'll notice that Java Edition has fewer particles, and the portal color leans slightly blue. In Bedrock Edition, the portal has way more particles and appears darker overall. In both Java and Bedrock Edition, water blends its color based on the biome, giving oceans a variety of looks. But in Bedrock Edition, if you place water in the nether using command, it takes on a slightly red tint, a detail that doesn't exist at all in Java Edition. If you stand on a shulker box and opening it in Java Edition, it pulls you downward, making it perfect for secret entrances or hidden room. Unfortunately, this mechanic doesn't work in Bedrock Edition. In Java Edition, when a skeleton shoots you, the arrow visibly sticks to your body. But in Bedrock Edition, you only take damage. There's no visual detail of the arrow piercing your character. In Bedrock Edition, you can dye a shulker box just by right-clicking it with any dye. But in Java Edition, that feature doesn't exist. You can't dye a shulker box by simply right-clicking it. In Bedrock Edition, wolves can eat all types of fish, even pufferfish. But in Java Edition, they won't eat any fish at all. In Bedrock Edition, you can easily duplicate flowers using bone meal. Just use bone meal on flowers like lilac or rosebush. But in Java Edition, this doesn't work. You can't use bone meal directly on flowers to duplicate them. In Bedrock Edition, piglins are afraid of soul fire, including soul campfires. But here's the weird part. Even if you put out the fire with a shovel, they still act scared as if the fire is still burning. In Java Edition, you can still open a chest even if there's a slab above it, as long as it's not a full block. But in Bedrock Edition, you can't open the chest at all if there's anything on top of it, even a slab. This makes storage design more limited in Bedrock. In Bedrock Edition, if you activate all sides of the end portal using pistons and leave the center empty, only the middle block activates. And strangely, the portal still works. But in Java Edition, this trick doesn't work at all, and the piston even gets destroyed when you try to activate the portal. We all know snow golems die instantly in water, but there's a strange trick. If you build a bunker underwater, spawn a snow golem inside it, and then break the bunker. The snow golem won't die. Somehow it survives even while fully submerged. In Java Edition, zombies are more cautious. If there's fire in their path, they'll walk around it instead of burning themselves. But in Bedrock Edition, zombies are way more aggressive. They'll chase you no matter what, even if it means running straight through fire and getting burned. In Java Edition, falling into the void, even in creative mode, still kills you. But in Bedrock Edition, you can fall into the void in creative and survive. You can even walk around down there without dying, which opens up crazy build possibilities. In Java Edition, dyeing leather armor requires crafting. You have to combine the armor with dye in a crafting table. But in Bedrock Edition, it's much simpler. Just use a cauldron filled with dyed water and dip the armor in, no crafting needed. In Java Edition, looking directly at the sun doesn't do much, it's just bright. But in Bedrock Edition, staring at the sun creates a glare effect, making your screen flash with brightness. It gives Bedrock a slightly more realistic atmosphere. In Java Edition, the explosion particles from TNT or creepers are way more detailed and dramatic. You'll see smoke, debris, and rich visual effects. But in Bedrock Edition, the explosions look much simpler and less impactful. When it comes to visuals, Java definitely wins here. In Java Edition, death messages are way more specific. If you die to a bee, it says stung to death, and falling from a ladder says fell off a ladder. But in Bedrock Edition, death messages are more generic. You'll just see slain by bee or fell from a high place without any extra detail. In Java Edition, you can place a painting directly on a cobweb and it'll stay just fine. But in Bedrock Edition, that doesn't work. Cobwebs aren't treated as solid surfaces, so you can't attach a painting to them. In Bedrock Edition, ghasts have glowing eyes at night, making them look creepier. But in Java Edition, their eyes don't glow at all. In Java Edition, eating a pufferfish gives you nausea 1, but in Bedrock Edition, it's nausea 2, making the screen effect even more intense. In Java Edition, you can play multiple jukeboxes at the same time, but in Bedrock Edition, only one jukebox will play. The rest stay silent. Flying with Elytra in Java Edition feels smooth and responsive, while in Bedrock Edition, it's more clunky and stiff. In Bedrock Edition, oak trees can naturally generate with fallen logs or vines, but in Java Edition, you won't see those variations, just regular oak trees. In Bedrock Edition, phantoms will drown if they stay underwater too long, but in Java Edition, they don't drown at all. In Java Edition, you can use /kill at P to instantly kill the player, even in creative mode. But in Bedrock Edition, /kill at P often returns no targets match selector, making it unreliable or not work at all. In Bedrock Edition, axolotls have smoother and more dynamic swimming animations. In Java Edition, their movement is much simpler and less lively. In Java Edition, water can't break rails, they stay in place. But in Bedrock Edition, flowing water will break rails when it touches them. So, are you Team Java or Team Bedrock? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like if you learned something new. We've got more Minecraft Java vs Bedrock coming your way.